The truth is, most buyers do not know that they can buy. Okay. Seminars. We talked about it. Vendors and industry professionals, social media, coworkers, family, friends, renters. We talked about this before the call started also. Okay. But if they don't know, who's going to educate them? Who's going to let them know? The clients I just put in a home less than 30 days ago, very close with the wife's father, who I've sold multiple properties to. He didn't think that they were ready. He thought that they needed to save more money. Their family sells everything with me, okay? And he was worried for them. I said, don't worry about it. I've got it covered, right? And I linked them with Bank of America. I got them $16,000 in free cash. No strings attached, okay? There's always strings attached, nor here nor there. But the point is, he didn't know. I actually had to convince him. They wanted out, right? They wanted out of dad's house. They had to get out. They had to do their own thing. They were ready. And I helped educate them because I network with industry professionals. And those industry professionals let me know what types of programs and incentives that they've got going on at that certain point in time. With that information, what can I do, guys? I can educate the consumer. And when you can educate somebody, you are adding value. You are adding value. Wrap your head around that. I want nothing in return. All I want to do is educate people. I have an ongoing joke, and I think it's hilarious, but meanwhile, it holds true. That when I'm working, this is how strongly I believe in giving, and educating. When I work with a client, I just don't want to sell them a home. I just don't want to sell their home. I just don't want to put them into a rental. I want to educate them through the process. And the joke is, by the time I'm done with that client, they could probably go out there and get a real estate license because they've learned so much. It wasn't A to Z. It was A to Z and everything in between. They see that. They know that they can do this. They know that it's duplicatable. And if I told you how many agents on my front line that I have personally partnered with at EXP are past clients, you might faint, okay? And they're still here, and they're thriving, okay? But that wasn't necessarily my goal. That was never my goal because this is how I was prior to Century 21, educating, letting people know, providing value, okay? How did I do that? Again, social media, always top of mind. Friends and family, coworkers if you're dual career. We've had seminars and webinars. I've ran renters. A lot of resources out there. But if we're not consistently doing these things, how can we consistently expect results? You can't. One thing that I've always said is if you are wondering why you are struggling in this business, all you have to do is stand in the mirror. And when you stand in the mirror, I need you to make eye contact, direct eye contact with yourself. And ask yourself, why am I not where I want to be? The truth really is, you can't lie to yourself. You'll tell yourself why. Subconsciously, we already know. But consciously telling yourself why you aren't where you want to be, it will light a fire like you've never seen before. And all you have to do is the opposite. Keep it in mind. Always be prepared. You've heard me talk about this over and over and over and over again. Master your craft. It is very, very important. When you have confidence when you're running a buyer, when you have confidence when you're working with a seller, it doesn't matter what they think they know. You're the licensed professional. I don't take orders from my clients. I work with my clients. I don't work for my clients, okay? I work with, but I'm always prepared. Think about this, okay? That's educating yourself. That's having your business cards. That's constantly posting on social media. Every opportunity I have to meet somebody is an opportunity to build a relationship, not to sell a home. Let me repeat that. Every opportunity I have to meet someone is to build a relationship, not to sell a home. Selling a home is a transaction. Okay. I'm looking to build a business. I'm not looking to be a one and done. What happens when I build relationships? Relationships build relationships. Relationships build trust. Trust, in turn, delivers referrals. This is a referral-based business. Your goal is not to continuously go out there and purchase leads for the rest of your career. Your goal is not to continuously go out there and knock on doors and cold call for the rest of your career. That's not it. Your goal is to create duplication, to create value. And how do you do that? That's by always being prepared. You cannot turn this off, guys. We try. We try. But I just can't do it. If I'm golfing, I'm wearing my EXP hat. If I'm in Disney, if I'm in the Bahamas, if I'm in the Dominican, I am always working. You try to unplug a little bit, right? But you know it's working when you're always working, if that makes sense. Find a passion for what it is that you do and breathe that into your business, that passion. Breathe it into other people's lives. Stop thinking that real estate is just about selling. It's not. It's way more than that. But being prepared. Opportunity and an opportunity, there's no way anybody could tell me that within a regular day, you don't have a chance at 5 times to engage with somebody. You can't. Unless you are literally behind your front door, even then you have an opportunity to engage, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be face-to-face with people, okay? But in order to engage with people, you have to get comfortable. You have to talk. It's okay that I'm the only one talking here for the most part. Trust me. I want you to take it in. I want you to hear the words that I'm saying because it's important. It holds and carries weight and value. But if you think when I turn off this camera that I go from extrovert to introvert, you're wrong. You're wrong. This carries over. This is not a shtick. We don't breathe life into agents by just getting up here and telling people what they need to hear or what they want to hear. No, it's the truth, guys. It's the truth. I'm always prepared. Put me on the spot. Kim is not on this call. Had an agent that wanted to connect. Okay, put me on the spot. We last Thursday with everything that he could throw at me, related but unrelated at the same time. There wasn't a question that I wasn't prepared to answer. There wasn't a objection that I wasn't able to overcome. Why? Because I'm prepared. And in the event, and I've always believed this, when you don't have the answer, okay, whatever you do, don't make it up. Don't make it up. Go out there and find it. If I don't have the answer, I'll get it for you. Give me an example of that. Well, here's one. What if you're showing your client a home, your buyer a home, and you don't know whether or not the service is a 150 amp service or a 200 amp service because it's just not properly labeled? Is it slab or is it crawl space? You can't find any type of access. How old's the roof? Well, I'm not the listing agent. Right? I have the same information that you probably have. But don't worry, I'll get the answer, okay? But I'm not gonna sit there and make things up, but I'm quick with it. Because again, I'm always prepared. Because it becomes second nature, guys. The more and more you are in this business, the more and more that you are transacting, it becomes second nature. And it starts with readiness. I love this. Think about this. We talk about having conversations, okay? You want to know where to find buyers? Okay, well, it's within conversation. So think about this. If it takes 200 conversations to yield 2 to 6 sales per month, actual conversation, how many are you having? Track the metrics. Are you selling that much? And keep in mind, okay, and this is actually a baseline 3-month period, not a 1 month period. Keep in mind, okay, 200 plus conversations, legitimate conversations, will yield 2 to 6 sales. Well, if that's within 3-month baseline, the baseline is 3-month period. So let's just say 2, 4, 6, 8. Say on the low end, you want to sell 8 homes a year. Okay. Are you prepared to have 800 conversations? Sounds like a lot of work, Mike. Yeah, guys, this is a business. This is the business where the barrier to entry is so low. The cost of doing business is so low, but your ceiling, it's endless. There is no cap, okay? Unless you're 16K cap. Same thing with social media, okay? 30 days. 30 days. You've got to post consistently for 30 days to yield, and this is after a baseline of 3-month period, to yield 2.5 to 3 sales. So what does that tell you? That's 90 days straight. Who does that? Maybe that's not your style. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But that's engaging. That's having conversations, okay? If you're not doing these things, how can you expect different results? If you're not putting in the work, how can you expect different results? You simply can't. You need to be able to distinguish the difference between active prospecting and passive. Active prospecting for buyers will always include activities that yield the fastest probability of a close rate. Okay, I am reading this word for word because I wrote this. Okay, this is not social media from day one, rather 90. An active form of prospecting puts you face to face with buyers who are looking now or in the near future. Open houses, online inquiries, direct referrals, and contact. Both active and passive, you should have a combination of both in your business. Passive, yet effective, forms of prospecting are necessary, and albeit initially with a slower turnaround, and we know this, delayed gratification is a real thing, guys. This practice is highly effective. When utilizing social media, delayed gratification must be activated. A consistent targeted audience and message can take 90 days on average to connect with a prospective lead. So do both. Do both. But you cannot possibly wonder, if you sit back and you ask yourself, and I challenge anybody to do this, what do you have closing today? Whatever you have closing today, okay, is a direct effect and effort of what you did 45, 60 days ago. Well, Mike, I have nothing closing today. Go back in time and ask yourself, well, what was I doing? Better yet, what wasn't I doing? Then just do the opposite. It is not that complicated. I promise you. Next, open houses. I'm going to skip past that because we talked about that. Video, I've always been a huge proponent. Just, guys, look at this timeline for a second. Back in 1819, posts were still extremely relevant. 2021, Insta stories, still relevant, but current day, all platforms. Why are all platforms pushing video? Okay, I don't know if you guys seen what Apple just released with Apple Vision. Everything is video, everything is digital. The metaverse is here, the metaverse is coming. This is how we communicate. There's nothing wrong with still photography. There's nothing wrong with flat posts, okay? Mix it up, put yourself out there. And if you make one video and you don't see the results and you stop, you're never going to see results. You're just not. It's just not going to happen. You have to be able to put in the work. You have to be able to commit. You have to be able to hold yourself accountable. Why is video so important when it comes to where to find buyers? Because this is an opportunity for buyers to interview you, to see if they like you. Clients that I'm running right now, a referral from a past client, go figure, right? Okay, but they went to my Instagram and they absolutely knew after watching a couple of my videos, two of which were not real estate related. They were about, it was more satire, it was about the Eagles. They said, this is the guy I want to work with. And they watched my other videos too. They were like, we cannot wait to meet this person. Surprise, surprise. When they met me, I was the same person on camera as I was in person. They adore me. They love me. I love them too. They're great. We had a stepbrothers moment. I think we became best friends on the first showing. But I given them opportunity because it could be very intimidating meeting somebody face to face for the first time with knowing little to nothing about them. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about the old term saying, Google me? What do they get? Facebook me, Instagram me, TikTok me? Are they going to be able to find you? Is there anything out there where they can get to know you or trust you? This is the importance. And obviously you can add tons of value in your video content, in all of your content, but it's important. Believe me, you and I, when I tell you, create content, guys. Go out there, be vulnerable. Where are buyers? They're on the internet. Yes. I go to the supermarket, get my gas pumped. Okay. I go to Golf Galaxy. I'm at the golf course. I'm at a top, wherever I'm at, there's always opportunities there. But they're online. They're online. They're not going anywhere. The internet is here to stay. Okay. We talk about personal skills. I talked about it. Reels, TikToks, really important. Create, make yourself, put yourself out there, guys. Really important. This is, I laugh about this, but I don't know what to post, right? I get this question once a week, minimum, once a week, but I don't know what to post. Okay. Before I give you some examples, does anybody want to take a shot at something that they could be posting? And please, look, if you are exercising or you're at work and you're on this call and you can't talk, then don't. But start talking, start engaging. You are in a safe space here on this call. These calls are built for you, giving you an opportunity to go out there, make yourself vulnerable. No one is here to judge. There's nothing you can tell me right now that's going to make me judge you when I ask you, give me an idea or a topic of what to post. And you can put it in the chat, or you can unmute yourself, you can put on your camera, and you can talk. Anybody have anything?
I got one.
All right, shoot.
You get partner up with a new builder in your neighborhood and just start filming new builds and the new constructions that are coming up. So that way you get known for maybe like get some aerial drones and, start filming new constructions, partner up with them, and they'll let you film all their houses. And it's an easier way to get into the nicer homes and a higher price point because you're now constantly associating yourself with that builder and with those floor plans.
I love it. I love it. It's brilliant. Kim actually just did that. I see a ton of agents out there who will literally, you don't think new builders, they want you to advertise. They want to cooperate with you. You go in there, you have an opportunity to film a gorgeous model home. You go out there and you do it, right? And now you have content to post, and it's actual content. It's actual content, new construction, a great niche to get into. I love selling new construction. When I sell new construction, it is the greatest feeling in the world. It is the easiest, right? Guys, that's a brilliant idea. It is so simple, and you can do it. You've got a phone, you can walk in, and you can literally shoot that home. You could throw some music behind it, and you can market yourself as the new construction agent, the new construction pro, right? You can do whatever you want. You can make it niche. You can make it your niche. You can make it one of many niches that you cover. But that's brilliant. Anybody else have anything on what they could post?
I mean, I have 10,000.
Well, you want to give me your favorite one?
Well, yeah. I mean, seeing how the topic is where to find buyers. I usually would, if I'm looking for buyers, I would post anything on first time buyer programs. The 1% loan programs that are going on right now with 1% down, because that basically means anybody could get a loan. I would do one on the fact that we have a mortgage company that can get a bicycle approved for a $500,000 house. I would go at, if we're talking about buyers, I would go after those things that I have the resources to get it done. We've got loans programs for anybody. This is why it makes no sense to rent. By the time people now, so I have these renters right now. I have 2 rentals, and I've gotten over 1,000 applications on both. I'm flipping these renters to our lenders and getting them approved to buy, because by the time they pay $7,000 for first and last month's rent, they have a down payment on a house. These rents right now are so crazy. In Bronson City, you're paying $3,000 a month for a house. That's $36,000 in a year that you're never going to get back. So it's very easy to convert these buyers. But I have a million videos that I like to do specifically about recruiting. But if I'm looking at buyers, I'm just giving them reasons to buy. These are the reasons to buy right now in today's market. And every time I've posted a video, I always get business. I don't know that I've ever posted a video where I didn't get any business or any kind of a return on it. So yeah, the best video I ever got was changing your life, joining XP. That's how we got Chalet. Let's go.
Yeah, it was a great video. That's a great video. I'll never forget the moment, the first time I ever met Chalet, when we met with her for the first time. Who'd have known the rock star that we were sitting in front of? And Chalet has a story too, because she comes from a different brokerage, guys. Right, like she has her story and the amount of success, and it's because of the hard work that she puts in. But I can sit here and talk about Chalet for years. But yes, that's great. Incentives, I put that over here too. State and federal incentives, guys. Local geographical highlights, lending title, buyer seller, intro bio, micro influencing with other industry professionals. Have you ever thought about actually creating a video with a lender or a title person? We've got those people who will shoot a video with you guys, right? The questions you get, is it a good time to buy? Well, you're going to answer that question, right? Well, why not create a video and answer it for everyone at the same time? A video or a post, whatever you feel comfortable doing, okay? I have no agenda here, telling you what works though, okay? Why not create something that has an opportunity to live on in perpetuity? You see, when the coach icon, let's take a second to congratulate coach on hitting icon, but when the coach records, or he has a training on business planning 101 and we record that training, does that mean that he's going to send that recording to everyone and never do it again? No, he's going to do that training 1,000,000 times live. But what that happens now when we record that is now that agent, right? We know what the coach does. That agent doesn't have to wait for the next live. They can go back there, they can go to that recording and get that information now, refer back to it, and still make the next live. The beauty behind video, living on in perpetuity, right? I create a simple breakdown on math about EXP versus other brokerages. A mind-blowing presentation that's 5 minutes long, a mind-blowing one, okay? That I can send to an agent to answer all of their questions about why production here makes better sense than production at 100% flat fee shop. It lives on. A video that I've created that I've had clients watch before I even run them to figure out whether or not they're ready. I can tell you right now if you're a buyer whether you're ready or not to buy by watching one of my videos, okay? Do you have the money and are you motivated? If you don't know those 2 things, then you're not ready to buy, okay? If it's up to me to figure out whether or to tell you that you're motivated, and again, this is my style. Create your own. Everything that we teach or we preach or we train, it is a guideline. The most important thing that you need to take away from all this is high energy, motivation. Dig deep within yourself. Create the life that you want. I live the life that I want. And I don't come from money. I don't come from success. I come from nothing, from immigrant parents. Okay. I come from nothing. Same thing with my wife, but I wanted to create something. And there's an old saying out there. I'm just an average guy with above average attitude. And I heard that from, I think there's this icon once, right? And with that being said, I let that fire me up and motivate me when I'm out there. And I've had this confidence for years, okay? You could find it within yourself. I'm going to tell you guys one thing before we move on. And please don't tell everybody this. What we do is extremely important. And I know this is being recorded. I do not take that for granted. I'm going to let you in on a secret. It's also not rocket science. This is why there are tens and thousands and hundreds of thousands of licensed professionals. Actually, professionals is loose. I use that term loosely. Licensed real estate agents. It's not. Take the time, duplicate. Experience is the greatest teacher. We can teach you, we can train, we can preach to you all day long. If you don't go out there and apply the principles, the practices, and the resources, the tools, the systems, the processes, it means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. So we hope we fire you up. And that's the goal. Common theme, content matters. Super, guys, you've heard any YouTube creator, any type of content creator, you got to answer a question. There has to be a takeaway and there has to be return value. If you're going to go out there and create true content, right, then answer a question, make sure there's a takeaway, and create return value. Okay, whether it's a part 2, whether it's, tune back in for more tips. Okay, really important. The content does matter, for the record, but go out there and start doing it. If you're not doing it, it doesn't matter. And if you overthink it, what's the point? Don't overthink it. Okay, answer a question. Very simple. Why are they searching for your content? Why are they searching for your content? Why are they here? Are they targeting or watching your videos? So let's talk about things that are trending, relevant, and entertaining. I do satire too, guys. I'll talk about the birds, that being the eagles, okay? Switch it up. Show that you're human also, okay? But answer a question, okay? Statements are cool. Statements are cool, but answer a question. What's the takeaway? Provide a clear and concise plan that will help your prospect take action away from the message. Guys, an example, specific tax rebate program offered by your state. Here's how you apply and check the status. That's the takeaway. What is a return value? More important than likes, shares, and savable content that yield the highest future watch rates, which generates more leads and prospects. Return value. They like your stuff, they're going to return. Here's an example. Top 5 hay rides in South Jersey. Okay, here's the thing. Mike, that has nothing to do with real estate, but it gives them a reason to save your video. And odds are when they save your video and go back and watch your video, they're going to revisit your page. They're going to scroll through your content. It gives them an opportunity to learn more about you. Guys, this is why video is so important. This is why. So working with buyers, where to find buyers. Dan is going to do where to find sellers this evening, and I have my own rendition on where to find sellers also. But it is that simple. If the massive, right, takeaway, if the massive takeaway from this was, and I believe it was, engaging and having conversations, and we answered the question, where to find buyers, the takeaway, talk. If you're not talking and you're not communicating, nothing is going to happen. I don't care what it is. Work on it. Work on your dialogue. Literally work on your communication skills. Figure something out. And what's the return value? Well, the return value is hopefully you go out there and you can tell us that you are applying these simple fundamentals to help grow your business. That should be the return value here on these calls. We want to see you do well. Not that it's a big secret, because it is a big deal selling real estate, walking people through these transactions. It is, but it's not rocket science. Don't let it be. Don't let the business get away from you. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. And how do you do that? Right? Well, let me tell you, this is how you're going to build your confidence. You're going to surround yourself with the right team. You're going to surround yourself with the right partners. Jackie had a question yesterday about renters in the rental process. Didn't know if something was standard or not. Of course I was going to answer her text, and then I sent her a complete breakdown of how the process works. Imagine being somewhere else at any other brokerage where you had to hope and pray that either your competition, because another agent in that office was going to help you, even though they're not incentivized to see you do well, or hopefully your broker was able to answer that question when they're dealing with 1,000 agents, right? Or maybe you hope that they run a rental training that's 3 weeks from now or 3 months from now. No, that's what I'm saying. That's the return value here. That's what we're trying to create. We're not unreachable. We're not. We are here to help you grow. We want to see you do well. We want the victory stories. We want to see you duplicate. When I tell you we don't get up here, we don't do it for fun. We do it because we want to see results. That's why we show up. That's why we turn out. And we are going to continue to talk about buyers. And we're going to continue to talk about sellers. Okay? We're going to continue to talk about prospecting. We're going to continue talking about business planning. The goal is one day you never show up to these trainings again. Why? If you stop showing up to these trainings, it means one of two things. Either you figured it out and maybe we see you from time to time because, and I don't expect this for years, to be honest with you guys, because I love, see, here's the thing. And I'm assuming that if you don't show up, it's either you're out of the business or you figured it out. But let me let you in on a little secret. Whenever there is a new training, I always wanted to be present. I wanted to share my experiences. I wanted to help others. I'm the weirdo, okay, who made Circle of Excellence my third year in the business, made Circle of Excellence and went to every training because I just wanted to help people. I'm the weirdo that was in the office helping brand new agents back in my former broker, Century 21, when rarely anybody ever showed up, but it was just a safe place for me to work, whatever. I don't know. I was brainwashed. And I was there, just like I'm constantly always working. I'm talking to you on my computer, but I'm always connected, right? Always got my devices with me. That would just be there thinking that there's something I can take away, or I just need to be fired up, or hopefully I could hear an idea from somebody else, right? We want you here. We want you plugged in. We want you engaged. We want you to sell. And we want to answer your questions. So if you have any, this is an opportunity. You always have opportunities, and it could be related to anything. It doesn't have to be just where to find buyers. But again, if you were able to take something away from this, and I hope you were, please go out there and apply and let us know that it worked. Because guys, there's nothing, okay, when I built my business, anything that I put in front of you on this screen is what I've done. The one thing I cannot put on the screen, unfortunately, is accountability. I cannot put energy on the screen. I can't put confidence on the screen, and I can't put motivation on the screen. That's something that I can deliver. I hope you can find it within yourselves and practice that one exercise. If you're wondering why, it doesn't have to be real estate related. It could be anything mentally related. It could be anything, period. And if you wonder why you're not there, you're not where you want to be, ask yourself. Because you can lie to me, you can lie to your spouse, you can lie to your mother, you can lie to your brother, your cousin, your sister, your kids. You can do all that. I'm not telling you to, okay? But you can't lie to yourself. It's impossible. It's impossible. Very strong exercise. I made a video on that a while ago, sometime last year. But I'll leave it open to you guys. Anything that you guys want to cover. If not, we are at the top of the hour. Congratulations, you made it through another one. And I hope you take something away from it, but I will open it up. If not, this is being recorded. What we're going to do also, guys, in the future that we did not do, which is kind of exciting, is we're not going to record every single call, okay? We're going to record a lot. It depends on the topic, okay? And what we're going to now be doing is on our YouTube page, because we created a YouTube page, these videos are going up there and they're not going to be unlisted. They're going to be public. The reason why we're creating this tool, this resource, another resource, a public, like literally consumer-facing, agent-facing website, is because now you can share this with prospective agents who can go back and watch this. Okay, or you can go back and watch it. And the videos I have now are unlisted, but I'm going to be cleaning it up this week. I will send an email out. Okay, if you're watching this or if you're here now, please, soldbyma@gmail.com. This is how we communicate. This is our biggest form of communication. Don't forget, we have our own website. Okay, thecolonyexp.com, another resource to share with prospects. Okay, with future partners. Our email lists go out, and now our YouTube channel. The purpose of the YouTube channel is to take this content that we create and to archive it, so you don't have to scroll through Facebook and the group that we have, which is a cool group, don't get me wrong, and look for a video. Right now, you can just go to one spot, and you want to focus on working with buyers version 2.0, version 1.0, whatever it is that's out there, because these are core fundamentals that we will consistently be preaching, because production is very, very, very important. Okay, but now you'll have a place to go. You want to catch a Danalytics? You want to catch a Tuesday morning? Perfect. You know where to go. Go up there and draw inspiration. Because when I create a video and I deliver my confidence and my energy, okay, which can be contagious, okay, I hope you guys catch it. You can take that with you. You just don't have to wait for a Tuesday morning. And you never have to wait for a Tuesday morning. It doesn't matter, because this organization will break 1,000 agents by the time it's all said and done. I guarantee you. It doesn't matter where we're at today and how we get there. We will never be too big for our calls and the people who we've made promises for, or the people that we've made promises to. We don't make for, we make promises to. Okay, we deliver on what our value add is. That being said, I'm truly done now. Okay, so anybody, any questions? If not, tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, another email will be going out. Icon Coaching, Danalytics, where to find sellers.